the one skill set you could bring to the Wizards day one for us to see how well you are as a prospect moving forward? Thank you.
First of all, what I can bring right away, I think, is the experience. I've been playing pro for 3 years, and I played with a lot of ex-NBA players. I played in the EuroLeague, the second best league in the world, and I had that competition level was very high. So I kind of faced a lot of challenges that got me as a better player, and I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready in skill-wise. I have a lot to work on, definitely to improve. But I think I can have good benefits to the Wizards right away. I think I have a good basketball IQ. I think I'm a great teammate, very unselfish, and I'm a big competitor. I like to win, and I'll do everything for the team. I'll give 100%.
Just one follow-up. I saw last night the piece with you and your dad when you missed the 4 shots in a row, and he said you weren't a shooter. I'm curious to know, is that where your competitive drive comes from, is having a dad like that kind of pushed you?
It's definitely something that I got from my parents, not just my dad. Both my parents are very competitive. And I remember me going back home after losses wasn't easy. Yeah, it was kind of crazy to lose, but I mean, I'm blessed that I had those parents who got me this personality in me, that the competitive spirit and the winner mentality, and it just gave me drive on the court, and it makes me win games and win trophies. So at the end of the day, that's important.
Ava?
Hey, Deni, nice to meet you.
Hi,
Just wanted to kind of follow up about your parents. Obviously, with your dad being a pro player, what was his role kind of in your basketball career from a young age? Were you always expected to kind of become a basketball player? And when and how did you start playing?
So I started playing soccer at the beginning, and then my dad really convinced me to go to basketball. He didn't really coach me. So he raised me how to be a good off the court, and how to behave with my teammates, and how to be a professional and work hard and never give up. But things on the court, like skill wise, he got me some tricks here and there that I use in my game, but nothing major. Like, we didn't really get along on the court because of our competitive spirits, and yeah, we just couldn't do it. But he had benefits on me on other ways. So yeah.
What was his reaction last night when you were drafted?
I mean, he was relaxed. He was cool. He has cold blood no matter what I did, and then what goals I achieved in life. But I know deep inside of him, he doesn't show his emotions outside, but deep inside of him, I'm sure he's very proud and he's happy for him. So
Cool. Thanks, Deni.
Thank you.
Fred?
Hey, Deni, how you doing?
How you doing?
I would love to know what I mean, we know so much. I've read a bunch about your history playing basketball. What is your history watching and following it? Who are your favorite players to watch? What type of style do you enjoy to watch? What would you say is like your basketball identity preferences?
Listen, I'll be honest with all you. The hours in Israel are different than the United States. So let's say NBA games are usually at 2 a.m. at night, and I couldn't get up and watch. So I didn't follow as much NBA as a kid. I grew up on watching EuroLeague and Maccabi playing. But other than that, as me grew up more, I just watch. I mean, I think only the playoffs. Not really got into deep of watching NBA, but through the years I got more and more NBA time on TV, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a fast-paced league, a lot of great players, a lot of talent, and guys from all over the world bringing their game. And, yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it now.
Who are some of the EuroLeaguers and stuff that you like to watch? I mean, it doesn't have to be an NBA guy.
I really like to watch Maccabi. I mean, the EuroLeague has a lot of good players. So, I mean, I don't have anybody specific really. So,
Cool. Thanks, Deni.
thank you.
Chase?
Hey, Deni, good to meet you virtually.
Good to meet you too.
We talked to you not that long ago, the media, and you were one of the prospects that, kept everything close to the vest in terms of who you worked out with, who you interviewed with. Now that process is over, what type of contact did you have with the Wizards in the pre-draft process? And did you think that they were going to be the team that would pick you?
I didn't know who's gonna pick me. That was a surprise for me. I knew the Wizards was a possibility, and they're a great organization. But other than that, I'd rather keep it all on the low, all my conversations with all the teams. So, yeah, I'm just glad I'm on the Wizards. I'm focusing now on the Wizards. This is a great organization, and I'm looking forward to do great things with them.
Okay, and just one follow-up. Do you have any prior relationship with anyone on the team or in the organization? Do you know anyone? Have you met anyone?
I spoke to the coach in front office a little bit, and I'm just super excited to meet everybody. Yeah, and that's all.
Dave Johnson?
Congratulations, Deni. You mentioned
Thank you.
Your dad showed you a few tricks. Anything in particular? And when you talk about a basketball IQ, how do you define that for you?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Well, you mentioned you learned a few tricks from your dad. Was
Right.
there anything specific that he taught you?
Some funny ones, but nah. I mean, simple tricks like that I can use my body to create maybe more fouls or little hacks. I don't really know how to explain it. I just use it on the court, but yeah, nothing really major.
And you mentioned basketball IQ. How do you define basketball IQ? We use that term a lot.
Just understand the game, understand what situation you are, understand that any role you get on the team, just help the team with it, and just read the options. I think just read like whatever, like see the play before it comes, and yeah, just think the game, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Deni, Erev Tov, although it's the daytime right here. Obviously it was only yesterday you were drafted, but I'm sure you've thought about coming over and playing here in the NBA. What do you think is going to be maybe the easiest part, whether it's on the court or in life, easiest part about making the adjustment here in Washington, and maybe the hardest part?
I think there's no easy. I think the easiest thing will be to fly to Washington. I think that's about it. I mean, I like it when it's not easy. It's gonna make me a better player. I like challenges. I faced a lot of challenges in Maccabi, and now I'm taking it to Washington, and I'm probably gonna face a lot of challenges also in Washington. But I need to overcome those, and I'm very easy adjustable, and I'm just super excited to see what's waiting for me.
And what do you want to tell the DC fans? Scott Brooks talked about your competitiveness. You've talked about just being ready to get to work. What do you want to share for our fans here in DC if you were to send them a message?
So I wanna say that we're gonna bring DC to where it belongs. I cannot lose. I mean, I'll do anything to win, and I can't wait to meet my teammates, and we'll face the worst together.
Scott Abraham?
Deni, welcome to Washington. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you in Wizards uniform. Obviously, you know, the opinions out there on social media and national broadcasters, different adjectives to describe you. Number one, that you could be the steal of the draft, or number two, you could be almost like a project. You need time to develop. Which one do you think you're going to be? Are you going to be the steal the draft, or do you think you need time to kind of develop it as a project?
Hey, you never know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm very positive about myself. I know my worth. I'm working very, very hard. I know I have a team and an organization that believes in me and wants the best for me, and I'm just ready to go. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I have only positive things to say, but I'm gonna keep it between me and myself. And I mean, no, it's just talk, so not really hearing.
A quick follow-up, and I apologize if this was asked already, but obviously you grew up loving basketball, watching the NBA, and I'm sure you've watched John Wall and Bradley Beal growing up.
Of course.
What is it like to now share the court with a John Wall or Bradley Beal and call them teammates?
It's amazing. I used to play 2K with those guys, and now to play with them on the court for real life, that's crazy. They seem like they're very talented and great players, and they seem very very nice off the court too. So I'm just waiting to meet them and just get started and win games. Yep.
Thank you, Deni. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Matt?
Hey, Deni. Thanks for doing this. Nice to meet you. There was this note on ESPN that you kind of learned how to speak English through Call of Duty. Could you just kind of elaborate on that? And then does your competitiveness also kind of extend to the video game world as well?
I'm very big into gaming, but I learned English also from school. We have very good schools for English, and just me watching TV shows on English. We have tons of TV shows in English in our channels here, and I just watched a lot. I played a lot of video games in English too, so I just got the language. I can't even remember how, but that's kind of crazy for me. Yeah, and I'm very competitive. No matter what I do, I don't like to lose. So it comes just naturally to me that it's hard for me to lose, no matter where.
And what shows were you watching?
Drake and Josh. I used to watch iCarly. That's what it was when I was a kid. So it was like a kids' TV shows, you know.
Right on.
I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I watch them too.
You're welcome.
Kellen?
Hey, Deni. Thanks for doing this.
Sure.
Yesterday, Tommy mentioned that you have been on his radar since you were 16. And, you know, his scouts have been scouting you for the last 3 years. When were you aware that they were scouting you? When did you realize that these were NBA scouts, like looking at you play? And when did you realize that the NBA was a possibility for you?
I can't really remember when. I think in our 16 national team, the first international stage that I performed on, and I did pretty good. But I was never deep into it. I was always focused on basketball. I didn't really mind what people think about me and write about me because I know what was my worth. But I'm just glad that they know me so good and they had the time to scout me, and they had they put so much effort in it, and hopefully I'm gonna make them proud. So yeah.
And when did the NBA become a goal for you? Like how old were you?
I just like playing basketball. I just loved playing basketball. I just let my talent took me to whatever stage it's gonna take me. I never set expectations for myself. I didn't want to expect something and then don't have it and be depressed. Not depressed, but like be like, you know, like how you say it.
Disappointed?
Yeah, this is the word. Disappointed. So I'm just keeping it on the low. I know I'm working hard. I'm aiming high all the time, but I'm always ready for any scenario. So when it came close after the season with Maccabi when we won the championship, and I really saw that I'm gonna get drafted, that's where I finally realized that that dream is coming true.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brianna.
Hey, Deni. So you were the MVP for the Israeli League. So what are some of your goals for maybe your rookie year for the NBA?
For sure, hopefully to manage to help the team as much as I can, to work very hard, and just to do as best as I can, give 100%, be the same Deni, and be competitive. Yep.
And of course, a big part of draft night is the fashion, the looks. What went into picking your look for last night?
I did it kind of simple because it was through Zoom, and it's the first time I'm wearing a suit. So I didn't want to go all in the first time, but I for sure have my special outfits. Hopefully I can show them off, you know.
Cool. And last thing, what are you looking forward to most to coming to DC? Are there any places that you want to visit? Of course, when the world opens back up. But
For sure, I'm gonna discover the city. I like to have new places around, and yeah, I like nature very much, and I saw beautiful pictures on the internet of DC, and I'm super excited to come and explore.
well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Matt Moderno.
Hi, Deni. Welcome to DC and the Wizards.
Thank you.
I think you win the award for coolest draft location last night. Was that a restaurant? Is that your personal wine cellar? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
No, I'm not drinking wine, but that I did it in a small kind of event area that I rented in the same night. Just wanted to have a cool vibe around. I didn't want to do it in home. I wanted to get out and do it with all the people I love. So yeah, the wine is not mine. Don't worry about it.
Very cool. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Neil.
Hey, Deni. Welcome to DC.
Thank you.
Obviously, you're a very young player. How has your shooting mechanics developed from when you first started with Maccabi, and how do you see them developing with the Wizards?
It wasn't easy for me because I had a lot of growth in the past 3 years. I all the time grew. I became taller. My hands became longer. So I need to do small adjustments here and there. I know Washington Wizards has a great player development, and I'm looking forward to put in the work and the effort to be the best shooter I can be. I think I have a good mechanics. I worked on them a lot since I was young. So hopefully that will benefit me in the future, and hopefully I'll be a good shooter.
I'm curious, have you stopped growing or are you still growing?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Fair enough. Thanks, Deni.
Thank you.
Quentin. Quentin Mayo. Going once. And we will go to Moises.
Hey, Deni. Welcome to DC.
Thank you.
Like Chris Miller mentioned, we haven't seen a lot of your games, but we've seen some highlights, and from the stuff we can actually take, you're very passionate when you score, when you play, and we know that in Europe, the atmosphere for basketball is similar to soccer. Can you talk about that passion?
Yeah, it's just the love for the game that I got. I love to win. I'm doing everything for the club I play for. So me going on the floor and compete every night and just do good for the team, that's big for me. That means a lot for me. And yeah, I'm just leaving the game. I'm a winner. So yeah, and I have a lot of passion in myself, and my parents also raised me like that, and yeah, I'm just super excited to take it to the NBA too.
You mentioned that he started playing soccer, and your father he was important in making the decision to transition to basketball. At what moment did you decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to leave football aside and I'm going to pick up basketball 100%? This is what I want to do.
I started playing soccer and basketball together, and then I saw that basketball is a little bit better for me. And I really liked my teammates back in the day that played with me in the same team. So I just left soccer and I fully committed to basketball. And then I just ran with them for like 4 or 5 years, and then Maccabi picked me up. And yeah, then I was playing for Maccabi my whole life, and now I got drafted.
Forgive me if I mispronounced the name here. B. Georgievics.
Hi, Deni. Welcome to DC.
Thank you.
Being a kid in Serbia back in the 80s, I watched your dad play. So
Nice.
I wanted to ask you, I know you grew up in Israel and everything, but did you spend any time as a kid in camps over former Yugoslavia? And do you consider yourself also a part of a player who's a part of that school of basketball, since that's probably the region that's most players in the NBA outside of the United States are probably from that region. And do you have any like idols from that region?
I think I have a lot of Serbian genes in me too. Half of my family is living in Serbia, so I visit there all my life. I've been to one camp in Serbia called Ubak. I practiced there, and yeah, I spent a lot of time in Serbia. Any players? I used to watch the local teams play when I was a kid, but I didn't really remember any players that played there. I was just enjoying the games.
Did anyone tell you that you remind them that your player style reminds them of Bodiroga?
Yes, 100%. I heard it a lot. I heard that comparison a lot, actually. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will finish up with one more from Chris Miller.
Scott, I yield my question to Quentin Mayo since he had some technical difficulties.
We'll make room for you two. Go ahead, Quentin, then we'll fill in and finish up with Chris.
Thank you so much, Chris Miller, for that kindness. Welcome to DC, Deni. Just a quick question. I saw that you're extremely active on TikTok. I can see from your Instagram and everything, you're swagged out. And I saw that you did the Tootsie Slide Challenge and all these things. So could you give me your top 3 artists that you're listening to currently? And, where do you get your dance moves from?
Yeah, that's a crazy question. I like that. I'm not that active on TikTok, but my 3 most, that's hard. I'll say Eminem. Eminem is one. I'll say, that's hard. I listen to so much music. Like Eminem. Yeah. Let me think about it, because now I have a blackout of all my playlists. I'm sorry for delaying.
No, you're fine. This is the best question out of all of them, actually.
Yeah. I like Drake.
That's always
and yeah, that's always a good pick. And I like J. Cole. I'll go with those 3 of my choices. Yep.
That's your guy. Thank you, Deni.
You're welcome.
And now we'll see if Chris Miller can follow that up.
I can't follow it up. My man Deni like J. Cole. You're a winner, baby. I'll finish with this question. You're 19 years old, and most draft picks can kind of ease into the league, right? They get a summer league. They can play some pickup with their teammates before training camp happens. Does your competitive nature kind of tell you this is a great opportunity to kind of burst on the scene right away to show your teammates that you're about that action?
For sure. I think I also have I've been playing with Maccabi, and I have the experience of playing in a professional team with a high pressure, and I think that can benefit me also without summer league and getting used to everything. I'm definitely gonna fight for my minutes, and I'm fight for my playing time, and I'm gonna work very, very hard, and I'm ready to just meet my teammates and then go to work. Yeah. 100%.
All right, great. Thank you, Deni, for your time today. I really
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be sending out, it may have actually gone out during this call, but we'll be sending out some information on Cassius availability soon. So be on the lookout for that. If you need anything else, please let us know. Deni, we look forward to seeing you here in DC.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
in the
it.
coming weeks. So travel safely, and everyone else, we will see you soon.
Stay healthy, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Scott, Zach.